All right, let's see if we can't spark this up. See if these burn. There it goes. It's going to take a minute. This isn't propane here. Apparently, these are hard to light. There we go. I got a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay. How about this? Man. What is going on here? I got this thing at Dollar Tree. You would think it would work. I can't believe this. There it goes. Okay, we'll get this going yet. There we go. Come on, come on. Spark it up, Mom. Spark it up. Need some paper, man. Some newspaper going here. There we go. There we go. There we go. I think we got something going now. Yeah, this should work. Now we'll just add on we'll add the wood on here. Yeah, man. See what kind of woods we got here. Woo! This one's like, I don't know what that even has to stake. This wood might be wet or damp. It might not burn. I really have my doubts. This one might be more dry. This piece was good because this was left over from the last time I ran it. So it's probably dry. I don't know if this wood's gonna burn. Some more paper in here. It's a toilet paper roll. See if we can get this sparked up. More Market Basket pizzas. I don't know how many of these things I've been eating. Jeez. See if we can get this thing going. Be a problem. This works here. How about this? It's an old moonshiner's trick. Yeah. you don't burn your hand. There we go. Ho, 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 it's Santa Claus. That was probably left over from last year. Here we go. Let's see if this catches on. If my wood, this wet firewood can burn. I don't know if it's gonna burn, guys. And then once that small wood gets going, I got much bigger firewood to add on. There we go. Yeah, I got these things to add on. Look at these. Once that small wood gets going. An old trick is you put the wood here, it will dry out from the heat of the fire. Then we'll do some commentary. Yeah, put the wood right here. There we go. Just put the wood here. That will just, this wood will dry. There we go. How's that? It's going. There's a selfie stick box that from one of my cameras. Amazon box. Oh man, some smoke came out. That's gonna smell good in here. There we go. Sometimes if you put something on the top of the fire, it helps draw the heat from it. It will help suck air over the fire and get it going even better. Yeah. We got to get this stuff dried out. It's very damp, I think. How about Thanksgiving fire? How's that? We'll warm your trailer right up. By the way, I was looking at cars again. I saw a listing for a trailer, and this trailer has quite a fireplace in it. I got to put that up on the channel, maybe as a short video. It'll go up. There we go. Gotta get the wood dried out. This fireplace needs doors. That's the next upgrade I gotta do, is put some doors on it. See if that wood will catch on. Well, I'll go get my notes and we'll see how this is going. Cowpote's nice enough to let me use his fireplace for this video. Yeah, she's cooking, baby. Thanksgiving fire. Paper log. There you go. Yeah, I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff. I'm going to a dinner tonight at a restaurant. We're going to go. A family dinner. And then, what else do I have going on? Tomorrow, we're going to do a Thanksgiving. We're going to do some Thanksgiving. We're going to be going over to Ma's. Over to Ma's for Thanksgiving. Yeah. Look at that wood. This wood should burn good. This has been sitting. It's much drier. I don't know, that fire needs some help. Hopefully that stuff keeps going up the chimney. I have the damper wide open. Otherwise it's gonna smell. This place is gonna smell like a pilgrim's hut. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the bad thing about this instead of propane, right? Let's see if we can get this going, man. A lot of the houses have a gas fireplace. You just press a button, you know, and it lights up. My sister has that. Whoa. Snap. All that smoke started coming in here. Damn. What's going on here? My sister's place has that, but the only thing with that, it's kind of phony. It's like behind the glass. You can't, I haven't seen it where you can open the thing up and have, that would be a little bit better to have it open. I don't have a gas line. This house has no gas. It used to have it years ago and somebody shut it off. They had it removed. I think because it's dangerous, you know. It's probably the trade-off. It's all good until something goes wrong. I'd rather not have gas. One less thing to worry about. Plus, you gotta pay. You know, it's not like it's free. Just for the service of having that gas hookup costs a lot of money. At least when you have oil heat, you only pay for the actual oil that you're using. The gas company charges you a fee just for having the service. There it goes. We'll see if we can dry this wood out. Now that's looking pretty good. If you guys go to Mohawk Mountain House, they have like big fireplaces there. It's pretty cool. They keep those stoked. It's like a career though to make these fires. That's the only catch to it. Bring some more firewood over. Whoa. Woo-wee. It's getting hot. Fire in the hole, baby. That don't fall onto my rug or onto the thing. Yeah, we'll put these bigger pieces on. These will start, maybe they'll start burning / drying out. Put it on like this, maybe. A little bit more complicated than propane. All right, lads, I think I'll get my notes and we'll be ready for a fireside chat. See if that picks up. Oh, here's the box. I got the egg cooker. Remember that? Yeah, the egg cooker is here. I'll just throw it right on top. Maybe it will help draw the draft better. Yeah, the old egg cooker. That thing's really good. I like it. It steam cooks your egg. Elite Gourmet. It was only about maybe like $19, $20. There it goes. Yeah, baby. She's cooking. Okay, lads, you watch the fire while I go grab me notes. All right, how's that fire going? Yeah, looks pretty good. I got me notes. Yeah, that's actually burning now. The wood caught on. Nice. Let's see, maybe I'll use the front camera. I'll sit down in front of the fire and do some commentary. What do you guys think, huh? Yeah. Oh, something popped out. That's the only problem. I have a screen that I can put on here. I'll be doing my commentary and sparks will be going on me. I gotta watch it. Oh, if I should do the screen? The screen's not gonna, it's not gonna look as good with the screen though. We'll see how much sparking it does. I'll sit down right next to it. What do you think? I'm gonna sit on that. What do you think? That's in the picture? Yeah, that should work. I think that will work fine. If that doesn't catch on fire. Yeah, it's going. Now she's going, guys. Yeah, I like that. That's good fire. That's a good looking fire. Check that out. Whoa. Yeah, that's working good. Like that. All right, I'll be right back. You watch the fire. Okay, hopefully my phone didn't get burnt up. I think we're doing good now. That's actually very good. There we go. What are we up to? Yeah, this is looking good now, guys. Woo! Welcome to Fireside Chat. And it really is Fireside Chat. Look at that. Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to pick up on my notes here. That took me long enough, right? Well, I figured it's cool to watch the fire, you know, a real wood fire, not like a phony one. Have something really going here. Show you proof that I actually started it from scratch. Let it build up, you know. Otherwise, if I cut it and then I just show a rip-roaring fire, you don't know what the heck happened. Could have used like lighter fluid or something. Yeah, that's gonna burn down. Then these things are drying it out, right? And then we'll add those in. I think they're like oak. Yeah, looks good. Or maple, maybe. What's the best kind of firewood to use? Do you guys know about that? You could leave in the comments. One of my friends, he actually, he was going to help me take some of this firewood or deal with it. I think this thing was here, hopefully. He was saying cherry wood was really good. It burned really clean, or it had a smell that was real nice. Yeah. Smells like Christmas time. So here's what's going on. We got Sarasota Tim reviewing the Vivor toolbox. That was one video I took notes on. And this was kind of funny. He went over the toolbox and he's wearing his it looks like a Rolex. He has that Invicta watch he wears with the metal band. Yeah, it's totally ridiculous. If you're working with tools, you're not going to be wearing a fancy watch like that. Give me a break. He's always wearing a watch when he does the video. First of all, here's the deal. It's a 450-piece toolkit by Vivor. And he probably most likely bought it on Amazon. I seriously doubt they sent him the toolkit for free. Nope. I looked on Amazon and they actually have it on a Black Friday sale for around 100. Did I write down the price? I did look it up. I thought I put it down on here. It was like $126, $130, $124 actually. That's it. Amazon Black Friday deal. Yeah. You know, I'm tempted to actually buy that Vivor toolkit just because of the way that it's organized and you can slide out the drawers to keep your sockets in order. But here's the problem with these tools. They're not under guarantee. I seriously doubt it. Where do you get, if the socket breaks, where do you get a replacement? You probably don't. You probably don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm curious to know about it. I couldn't figure out. I didn't see anything about lifetime guarantee or anything like that. You see, if you buy the tools at Home Depot, Husky, I believe, they do honor a lifetime guarantee. So if it breaks, you can bring it back. But I don't even know if Husky sells anything like that, where you have that many tools, where it's in its own toolbox that can slide out. That's cool. The box is probably more valuable than the tools. Here's my problem. I do a lot of car repairs. You see me driving these jalopies. Yeah, I'm really wrenching on stuff. And I found that these sockets, and by the way, Tim was pointing out it's chrome vanadium. Every tool I think is made with that automatically. Yeah. These sockets, like the cheap toolkits, I've broken many a socket, many a piece out of cheaper tools like that. There's a big difference. Years ago, they used to have Sears, and I think they might still sell Craftsman at Lowe's. Those Craftsman tools were much better. They were made out, the finish on them, it wasn't like, you know, that super shiny chrome that it looks like what's on the Vivor? That's like a chrome plating, right? For whatever reason, on a lot of these cheaper tools, that seems to chip off. It's like junky. On Craftsman, the original tools from Sears, it was so durable. It would have a finish like that, but it would last you. I still have tools from Craftsman that from like 40 or 50 years ago that are in like mint condition, and they still work. They don't break. So, you know, is the Craftsman they build today is good? I'm not sure. I haven't bought Craftsman in a long time, since Sears closed, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been to Lowe's. I don't have one near me. I walked through a Lowe's store once or twice when I've been maybe at a different location, if I'm on a trip or something. Yeah, it's getting nice and warm now. But yeah, I don't know. Are they still as good as they used to be when it was Sears, Craftsman? Debatable. What do you guys think? And like I said, the Husky tools, they're pretty good at Home Depot, because if you do break something, usually they'll be good about it and they'll give you another one. Lifetime warranty. Yeah, I have many a tool set of cheap tools, and the problem is, as you use it, you break stuff, and then more and more of the tool set disappears. So then you got tool sets that are incomplete. Yeah, it's a tricky game. I'm tempted to get this thing. We'll see. I'm not going to use Tim's Amazon link though. I got my own stuff to do. I'm not even doing that Amazon link. I had that at one point for my channel, and I know people that have bought stuff, and then they didn't give me credit for it. The whole thing is a bit of a scam, I think. So anyway, yeah, maybe we'll try that. Maybe I'll review the Vivor at some point. Hey, yeah, his Invicta watch, by the way, I think that's the one I saw at the pawn shop in around the block from where Tim's trailer is when I went down to Florida. I went in there and I checked out an Invicta, but they were hardliners. They wanted a lot of money for it, and the thing wasn't ticking. I'm like, how do I know it even works? They were trying to get over $100 for the Invicta, like $140 or something. Heck, you're better off buying the Invicta brand new off their website. How do you know the damn thing works? And it wasn't even that clean. It may have been Sarasota's old watch that he had loaned them, and then if you pay the pawn shop back the money you owe, they give you the watch back. Maybe that's what he did with the $45 that he saved at the doctor. He went back and got his watch out of the pawn shop. So, let's see, what else? What am I looking here? Oh yeah, I was going to say Tim reviewing those tools is not really credible because he doesn't actually do mechanical work. he's trying to do work with a watch on. You know he's not doing serious mechanic work. Oh, by the way, he's showing all the sockets on the Vivor. It was comical. He's using the ratchets, and he's like, listen to the sound the ratchets make. You hear that? Yeah, every tool, every ratchet makes that noise. It doesn't mean that it's high quality. It was comical, his review of this thing. He did not even know. He was pointing out all the different bits, and he mentioned like the T50 and stuff, those bits. He did not even know what those are. They're called Torx bits. Yeah, he doesn't even know what they're for. It was ridiculous, what he was doing. The Vivor. And now the latest is, in today's video, he's trying to get them to send him a canopy. Which I guess, I don't know. He said he's going to bring it if he goes traveling with the trailer. What do you think, guys? Am I safe here? You let me know if there's sparks flying at me. Next thing, my Polar Tech here will have a hole in it. Yeah, that's nice. What else is going on here? Oh yeah, he has, in his next video, he reviewed a mesh armored shirt, which he looked ridiculous in. It has padding in it with this like mesh to let air breathe, like if you're riding in hot weather. Yeah, it's got pads and whatnot to protect you in case of a fall. But I'm really skeptical of this riding gear. I mean, yeah, if you're riding maybe a BMX bike or some little pedal bike and you fall down, that might help you. But if you're on a motorcycle, it ain't gonna be pretty if you crash. I don't know if the shirt is not just gonna rip off. Yeah, it's a totally different ball game. He's trying to make it, I guess, sound, or maybe he's trying to convince himself, oh, if I put on all this padding and the right riding gear, I can drive around on this bike perfectly safe without worrying about getting hurt. I don't know. It's a dangerous game. Anything fun is dangerous, guys. I got news for you. It bites. I don't care what you're doing. If it's fun, it's probably dangerous. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, he used some big words too when he reviewed the Vivor kit. One of them being ergonomics. He's talking about how the wrench was made to fit your hand. All the wrenches are like that. The ratchet wrench, yeah, they have a handle. Most likely, if you're doing mechanic work, you might have a glove on anyway. I don't know how it really is going to be ergonomically going to help your hand. I think it's just a design the tool makers use to make it look fancy. Big words, big words. Oh yeah, the little tiny wrenches he was showing, he didn't even know what they were called. Those wrenches are called ignition wrenches. They were originally, they got that name because when you had cars with a distributor and you had points and a condenser and whatnot, the old school ignition, you would need those little wrenches to adjust the points in the car, and also unbolt the condenser and things like that. That it would be called an ignition wrench set, and it was a set of those really tiny wrenches. Yeah, he had no idea. I'm surprised. He sold cars in the 70s, but I guess nothing's changed. He never worked on them back then, and he's still not working on them now. Ergonomics. Yeah, and the deal is he's pushing his Amazon link That's what he's doing. Have you noticed a pattern? He's been reviewing product after product now, and he's become like a complete salesman. That's what his latest round of videos seem to be all about. And he was trying to film in 4K. He's seen other videos, other content creators did 4K, and he thought that was the secret. That would get him a lot more views. Well, he did some moto videos filming the motorcycle ride, and even the commentary, he did videos in 4K just for like 1 or 2 days. And then he's like, that's enough of that. He's like, I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah, the views actually went down. It's tough, guys. You gotta be tough. His views are way down. It bites for him, but also the commentators. It bites, guys. All these videos, the views just aren't there now with Sarasota. Yeah. Welcome to the pity party, folks. Well, that's why I'm bringing you a fireside here with a real fire, trying to spice things up a little. And it looks like the fire's dying out, just like Sarasota's channel. I don't know if we can get that thing going. Okay, I'm going to add on a piece of wood or try to fix this thing. Then we're going to talk some more. I got more notes here. Yeah, I got some more notes here. And we are going to talk, we're going to do kind of like a poll in the comments about what direction to take the channel. Let me add on some wood here. Here we go. We gotta fix this. Look at that. Look at that. It is working. This wood is burning nicely. It was outdoors. That's the thing. It was sitting outdoors for a while. Come on. Oh, they got this fancy tool right here. Check this out. I actually got these tools at one of these like church sales. Yeah. Like an estate sale, so to speak. This one's great. You can pick the wood right up, put it on there. Let's try what do you think? Try this piece right here. Well, that might block the view of the fire. We'll see if we can't get this one to burn. We'll put it right here. Whoa. There. Whoa. Maybe that would have worked. Let's put it right there and get it burning. Yeah, this set is solid brass, guys. I can't believe people didn't want to keep this. I don't know why they were getting rid of this thing. Solid brass set. Got for cheap. All right, I'll be right back and we'll resume. You watch the fire. Okay, how's she doing? Is she still burning? Yeah, it's catching on there. That's actually burning pretty nice. It's almost like a blue flame. Delicious hot cocoa to warm up by the fire. It's actually tap water. Huh. Through the Brita. It's pretty tasty though. It's not bad. It's good water. I get it delivered to my house. It comes through the pipe. Alright guys, yeah. I figure this will be like my Thanksgiving video. I'll show you guys Thanksgiving a few clips when I'm over there, but this way we have the Thanksgiving video. People can enjoy it. A lot of content creators are not putting stuff out, I hear, on Thanksgiving. Yeah, Nomadic Fanatic, he said he was going to take a break from his videos. A lot going on. Hopefully his bus made it. I haven't seen an update yet as I film this. I just checked. We'll see what happens. Okay, so yeah, here's the deal. We were thinking about what to do with the channel, which direction to take it. I do my own content, make no mistake about it. I'm going to film my own stuff as well, but I'm not out there every day filming my own stuff. What I do is commentary when I'm not doing something remarkable, so to speak, right? I'll be showing you on the channel about the boat, everything I do. By the way, what I got to do with the boat, I tried inflating those tires and air is leaking out. The bead got broken off at the bottom because they went so flat. Sucks. I got to jack that up, that side of the trailer. I think I need 2 bottle jacks. And then I got to try inflating those tires. I'm going to see if they hold air. I want to make sure it wasn't that someone cut them or I'm going to try. It's kind of a mystery. Why do 2 go out at the same time? And I was just walking around there, like I said, about a week earlier, and I thought that every trailer tire was sufficiently filled with air. So I'm kind of mystified what happened. So we'll jack the trailer up and we'll try inflating them and see what happened. Did Long Island Ken go over there and let the air out because he was pissed? I went on cruises instead of running the boat. I don't know. Hopefully not. On the bright side of things, you know how I was saying I was going to run that boat and I was gung-ho about it. If I hadn't done the cruises, I probably would have done a test run. Yeah, on the bright side of things, if those tires were ready to go out, it's a good thing I didn't try to tow that thing down to the boat ramp. Who knows what, that would have been really bad to have both tires go out on one side of the trailer and the thing goes down like that. And then what do you do then? You're stuck on the road, right? That would bite. So I gotta really inspect these tires, and possibly I might have to bite the bullet and get some new rubber for that trailer. And it may be a blessing that I didn't try driving it with the tires and have that happen on the road at least, you know? We got to take a good look at this. More information is needed. And my problem is I'm so damn busy that it's hard for me to get to a lot of this stuff. I'm doing multiple things. I have some trades. I'm keeping an eye. I'm doing stock stuff. I'm doing like repairs, maintenance stuff, landscaping stuff. I'm always doing stuff. And then if not, like today's been a bit rainy or wet out, that puts a damper on stuff. Then family stuff comes up. Weekend, Leslie wants to do stuff. There's always things interrupting. It's not like I just have unlimited time. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I'm not really retired. I'm just playing a retired guy. Yeah, I'm not really retired yet because I got too many things going on. I wish I was fully retired, like that guy George on the cruise. Yeah, he can enjoy doing cruising and not have to worry about any responsibilities, essentially. But I don't want to have AFib. I don't want to be in his shoes. He has some serious medical issues. He had a heart attack, he said, when he was in his late 30s. He's lucky to be alive, that guy. He had to have special stuff implanted to for his heart to beat correctly. Very scary. And then he told the bartender, he's like, if you don't see me back here tomorrow, send security to check my cabin because I probably died. He's doing all kinds of cruise. He's going on a cruise that's 15-day repositioning cruise from Florida to Spain, and it's going to stop in some pretty cool itinerary on that one. So that's that's the life, so to speak, if you can do it. I kind of do it, when I'm not doing stuff. If I can, I do it, especially with the casino department giving me the free cruises, And there's a lot of stuff I can do on Long Island, too. I'll be filming more stuff. But here's the deal. I'm going in a rabbit hole circle here. I was saying, when I do the commentary on the channel, we got to add in more stuff besides Sarasota Tim, where there's so many channels that are doing cool things we could possibly cover, like Nomadic Fanatic. You guys let me know in the comments what channels are good to cover. What do you think? What do you think there's good channels? What good commentary? What's going on that's notable to cover? And someone had mentioned Rusty, and that he actually got, I think it was the Rick Martin mentioned that he actually got Sarasota Tim inspired to do YouTube. They said Tim copied a lot of the stuff Rusty did. I've watched a little bit of Rusty. He's about 80 years old, and he kind of lives the RV life, though he seems to be situated at one spot right now. And he put together a little trike that was electric. He was showing that the other day. There's a few things Rusty's done. Okay, here's another one that I was watching today. A little bit of this guy, man, it came up on my feed. This guy takes a cake. It's called the Carpetbagger. What a mug. He's got these mutton chops. You guys probably have seen him. And he wears this little hat that, it's like a flat hat, and it makes his head look really funny. He's a character, man. He looks like a comic strip character, right? The Carpetbagger. He was taking the auto train from Virginia down to Florida. And I actually have friends that have recommended that. They want me to do that. But I'm like, wait, the drive from Long Island down to Virginia is the hardest part of the trip. Once you get past Virginia, you get down to that area, past Washington, D.C., I should say. The rest of the trip's cake. I'm like, I'm not going to pay to take a train on the easy part of the trip. I wish they had the auto train from Long Island down to Virginia. That would be perfect. And then you get out and you just drive the rest of the way. Yeah, so Carpetbagger's doing that. And he's got a red car, and he has a weird name for his car. He calls his car a she. And it's some strange name. Rosebud, I think he calls her. Rosebud. He has some kind of red Chevy, this little SUV type thing. Yeah, the guy's a character. But what do you guys think? Are there other channels? Let me know in the comments. what should we be covering on here? We don't have to cover it every day, but like good ideas for taking the channel, keeping it going. Like Tim says, up to that 100,000 subscriber plaque. We're going to put it up on the mantle here. Yo. I don't know. Oh, by the way, in the Sarasota Tim world, some other stuff left in these notes, which are disheveled. Oh, my disco playlist has been updated, guys. I just added some new cool tracks that I found. Yeah, it's really quite a playlist. I think it's gotten over 1,000 views. So some people are actually listening to the music I put. Imagine that in 2025. Yeah, I don't know why. They just haven't recaptured that kind of music again. There's something missing from modern music. It's not as good. The disco was really good. There was a certain era. And it's not just any disco songs. Some of them sucked. I only put the ones on there that I really like. And they're hard. They're very hard to find. That's the thing. As I find them, I add them onto the list. Yeah, there's the standard ones they play at every party, but those are kind of like, I like these unique ones. Something's going on here. Something's burning. Oh, that log's catching on fire. I'm going to have to move that soon. So, yeah. We'll see. What other things should we cover? Carpetbagger, his name is Jacob, apparently. Oh, yeah, I was going to say on the auto train, I would not trust them with my car. I don't want them playing around. The bad thing is, you get there, I see, he showed how it works. They put a magnetic number, like a magnet on your car door with a number. And then you are instructed to pull your car up to a certain spot. You leave the windows rolled down and with the key in it. And they handle loading it up into the train cars. Yeah, I'm not big on that, guys. I don't want my clutch burnt out. A lot of people don't know how to drive manual now. With the Mustang, I gotta be real careful about that. The Mercedes, that thing, you gotta wait for the glow plug to start it. Oh, this is starting to burn already. Look at that. You gotta wait for the glow plug. They don't know about this stuff. Yeah, and they might mess up my car if I let them do it. This is bad. This one caught fire down here. Oh, man. Oh, man. My place is going to smell like a campground. Some smoke just billowed out here. I have the damper wide open, too. Okay, we'll put this right here. This one. Whoa. This is getting sketchy. Oh, man. We'll skip this over here. Well, if my house burns down, you know what happened. No, I think it's pretty safe. That's why they built this thing here. It's not just wood right off the bat. This was built in like the 1930s, probably. Yeah, there it goes. So, yeah, we got to see what direction to take the channel. Check out the playlists. I have a lot of those. Not just for disco. I have some other music picks, and I got some of the cruise videos put together in a playlist. You guys were saying at one point, put the Sarasota Tim videos, like the commentary, in a playlist. Yeah, maybe I'll do that sometime. I gotta work on that. So, Yeah, I gotta repair the damn bends. I still haven't done that. That's next up. If I can do that before Leslie gets here, I can at least repair that little piece of fuel line at the end. It's got a cap. I think I have more of that fuel line around. I'll pull that off and put a new piece. And maybe that supply hose that was like, it's working, but the rubber is so hard that I keep having to tighten the hose clamp. It gets like air bubbles in it. I should really just bite the bullet and put a new piece there. I have the piece too now. So there's always something to do. What else are we talking here? Oh, the latest thing is that they're trying to sell you. I just heard a commercial about it on the radio. Hyundai, they have some electric vehicles. They want you to get into an electric car. They have some deals, like Black Friday type things. And they're like, once you drive it, you'll be convinced. We want you to get into our showroom and check this car out. One drive and you'll be buying electric. Well, I was kind of laughing at that. Here's my take on it. The thing is, it's not about how the car drives. Of course it's going to drive well. Electric cars have a lot of power. They can accelerate super fast, right? They can go very fast. It's nothing to do with that. It's not about how they drive. I'm sure it will drive just fine. A matter of fact, it doesn't have to shift gears, so it's probably, it's super smooth. I've driven a Tesla. I've driven electric. They work great. Okay, that's nothing to do with the issue of why people won't buy the electric car. The salesman on the commercial, the guy doing the commercial, I was like laughing at it when they said that once you drive it, you'll be convinced to buy electric. No, it's nothing to do about that. Here's the problem. First of all, when I'm driving the diesel Benz, that thing's like slower than most gas cars even. But it's fine because it has plenty of torque and it goes at just the right speed. Otherwise, what are you going to be doing? Jackrabbit starts all the time. You're going to have an accident doing that. If you drive like a cowboy and you're gassing it, and then what? You're going to slam on the brake or whatever. Why do you need to drive that fast? You're asking for trouble. And then around here, we have strict police. You're not going to be going, And the biggest joke of it is the Benz, you can cruise at a higher highway speed. Once you get it up to speed, you never see Teslas driving at those speeds. I'm always passing them because they're all worried about running the battery down. Every time I see an electric car on the highway, it's usually going very slow. It's going just over the speed limit, probably 60 miles, 65. None of them are cruising. None of them are going that fast. Because as soon as you start going faster, the battery range drops like a rock. On a fully charged battery, this is the whole problem. They promise you like a long range electric car. They make some claims they go like 300 miles. That's under like laboratory conditions, under the best possible conditions where you're not using any extra power. As soon as you put the air conditioning on or you're running even the heat, it drops the range down a lot. Then if you're going like 60 miles an hour, the range, like the 300 mile range, that might be at like a very low speed, like 50 miles an hour or like 45 or something. As soon as you start going faster, the range drops even more. So if you bring it up to 70 or 75, and then you're running some AC or heat, that 300 mile car that they talk about, it turns out in the real world, it's only going to go like 125 miles. Oh, and then they say don't bring the charge down past a certain point on your battery, just like with the cell phones. If you charge it up to full, the battery gets damaged. It's not going to last as long. So they like only charge your car up to like 80%, just like a phone battery. Then also, not only that, they say don't bring it all the way down to like 10% or 5%. That's bad for the battery. Only bring it down to like 20 or 30%, then recharge it back up to 80. So right there, your range is strapped way down. You might have like 125 mile on the battery if you do it right and not damage your battery pack. So these cars, it's nothing about how they perform. They're great. But like the Benz diesel, if you fill that up with fuel, it's got like a 26-gallon tank. And then you're going highway, you can cruise at higher speeds like 75. And you have a range on that thing that's like almost 700 miles, something like that. And it's not it's not BS. That's your range. You could be running the AC or the heat, and it's not going to change it. It's a huge, huge difference. Also, the other problem with electric, they talk about the charging. Even if you have a fast charger, because of what I just talked about, you might wait like 2 hours for your car to charge. The thing is, it's not like filling up a car with gas. When you fill up with gas, you get the full range. You can fill the tank completely to full in like less than 10 minutes or something. And you got that full tank range. With the electric, you charge it for 2 hours and you might not even be up to full. And because of what I was just talking about with you don't want to damage the battery pack, you might only be able to go like 100 and some odd miles after charging for 2 hours, if that. And that's under ideal conditions. That's a real fast charger, and I think that even damages the battery. What they really want you to do is have an electrician put a special plug in your house, like one for like an oven, a range. You need that much current to charge it. And then that charger will charge your car up in about maybe like 14 hours, a full charge, or like overnight, so to speak. So they want you to pay the electrician thousands of dollars to have this special plug put in at home. Then you charge the thing up, and it's basically a glorified golf cart. You can use it for around town every day if you're back at your house and you charge it up at night. But if you live in an apartment, it's very hard to put one of those in, And then I have very high expensive electric on Long Island. I don't even know if it pays because the electric bill is bad. That can get really bad, guys. I have all LED bulbs. Try to watch the electric. And I would imagine if I had a Tesla, the electric bill would be up so much that it would be almost just as much money as the gas. Especially now, gas is like $2.80 a gallon here, $2.65 a gallon. It's not really that bad. Oh, and I'm really going down a rabbit hole here. I'm really going on a rant. The other problem is in cold weather, if you left your electric car sitting in the driveway, I don't care what kind you buy. I may have used Tesla as an example, but it's all the same deal, Hyundai, whatever. The battery goes down as the car sits because it has a system in it. It has to prevent the battery from freezing. So if you're working from home like me and you have a bunch of provisions at home, you're staying home doing stuff a lot of times. You don't drive the car for a few days. All of a sudden, your capacity's been eaten up. Yeah, meanwhile, you have a gas car. I can leave the car for weeks and then the gas is still at the same level. It works fine. So, yeah, there's a lot of drawbacks. And the cool thing with a conventional car also, if you live in a cold climate, the heat's basically a freebie. It's using waste heat from the engine, so you can make your car nice and toasty. It's not really costing you any more money. In an electric car, that's costing you. You're paying to heat your car with electric. which is expensive. So there's my rant for you guys. I had written down notes about that. I thought it was ridiculous when I heard about that. I think I got everything covered. Sarasota tried to put out a video, Life Over 60, how technology, social media and stuff. He ranted about that. It got some viewage, but basically, what are you going to do? It's part of modern day life. You have to have a smartphone. You know, it helps you. There's advantages and disadvantages. But really, in reality, it makes life easier because years ago, you would be looking for a payphone. Just having a cell phone would be a luxury. And now you can like bring up coupons. You can bring up apps on your phone. It's a whole other world. If you're waiting around, no matter where you are, it's like a portable TV. You can bring up YouTube and you can watch my videos. You can watch stuff right on the phone while you're waiting around. It's pretty cool. I think we covered all these notes. Fireside chat. We'll see. Hey, if you guys are want some Thanksgiving entertainment, just go to my channel's video section and scroll through it. Scroll back. Watch the cruise videos. I've filmed a ton of them. Most of them, I think most of them are under 1,000 views. So a lot of people haven't seen those yet. So go back and check those out. I got a lot of cool vids on the channel. Also the short video section, if you want to see like entertainment on a cruise ship, go back and scroll through my YouTube shorts. A lot of those, it's like the professional music, the copyrighted music that I can't put in a regular video. Yeah, I got a lot of really cool stuff that I saw and I enjoyed while I was on the cruise. Yeah, so I showed you some of the merch on the cruise you can buy. Get your favorite beverage out. Yeah. You can watch you can watch through the videos. Yeah. I also have a playlist of a few cruises that will play automatically. Cheers, guys. Peruse the channel. Hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully the weather holds up. I heard Tater's got some bad weather down there by Texas. Yeah, it could be over Thanksgiving. It could be a bad, like rain, storms. It's supposed to be a bit rainy here in New York, but I'm not complaining because I just checked the temperature outside and it's pretty warm today. It's around 60 degrees. It's going to be this afternoon, even though it's a cloudy, dull day. Well, here's all my notes. I think I got it covered. Oh, I almost missed this. One quick thing, and then the rest of the notes, guys.